In the Lombards' acculturation process, the allure of antiquity played a fundamental role. The Lombards did not create a new architectural style, if one does not consider the reuse of ancient materials, structures and forms that they put back together in an original form. This is the case of the Tempietto sul Clitunno, declared World Heritage by UNESCO in 2011. Which is an extraordinary eclectic monument, so much so that because of its form of in antis tempo, so close to the ancient forms, it was long believed to be a Roman construction. Actually, it is the result of an extravagant recomposition that utilizes a conspicuous number of repurposed materials, spolia that is, recovered from the destructuring of ancient buildings of A.L.L. that could be found in the area of the Clitunno. Materials that were recomposed so that the chapel resembled a classic temple, because the Lombards legitimized their upstart culture through the re-evocation of antiquity and conversed with the language of the Hellenistic Roman culture of the local elite with whom they came in contact. The use of reproposed materials is not typical only of the Tempietto sul Clitunno. It can be found in Cividale del Friuli, in Brescia, in the church of San Salvatore in Spoleto, and in many minor locations as an element of the self-representation of a new elite which legitimized itself through recourse to antiquities. Ultimately, prestigious architecture has the same representative value as the show of jewelry in the tombs. On the lintel of the Tempietto, there are inscriptions in squared Roman capital letters, which represent a very rare example of the early medieval monumental epigraphy, the language used in Latin. But what language did the Lombards speak? Unfortunately, we have no record of the language spoken by the Lombards when they arrived in Italy. After all, the Lombards did not possess the use of writing. What little we know of the language of the Lombards comes to us through the study of remainders of Lombardisms in the Italian language, but especially in local dialects which, as is noted, represent the most conservative sphere of the language. Besides the names and surnames of persons, Aldo, Folco, Guido, terms of current use are documented, such as woodworking, bara, scaffale, panca, weaving, federa, weapons, strale, alabarda, and anatomy, schiena, milza, stinco. We can trace echoes of Lombard language even in place names such as Fara and Gualdo. Fara was the minimum relocation unit of the Lombards and was composed of no more than about 40 persons, diversified from a social point of view. Fara indicates, therefore, the place where evidently these minimum units, the Lombard clans, settled at the moment when they entered Italy. The place named Gualdo, which is common in central Italy and beyond, makes precise reference to a territorial district of an administrative nature, which was under the jurisdiction of Gastaldo, or steward, and which was used prevalently as woodland and pasture.